welcome back. We are on our land. I had a microphone and I realized that I have the wrong attachment for it, so hopefully you guys can hear us well. We wanted to go through all of the questions we got asked about the land, because I basically explained nothing in the last video except for the fact that we bought land. So let's jump into all those questions.
We have 15 acres.
So just say. Connor's getting used to YouTube. I told him he needs to be in videos because he never is. We found it. Someone that Connor knows. They owned this piece of property and they had been wanting to sell it for years, but they didn't want to use a realtor. They actually hired a realtor. They gave them the price and then he was like, oh, I don't want to do all those like commissions and stuff. So basically he was just looking for somebody to buy the land without a realtor, but it was just a really slow, long process of him selling it to us because there wasn't a realtor to like be that middleman or anything. So once our lawyer and his lawyer got involved, it got a little bit easier. Our friend is pulling up right now. Change of location, so we don't have the pretty view, but the sun is like all over. So we were saying very slow with the whole process, which made it
it made it a little difficult as far as us planning when to sell our house, when to do stuff on our end.
Yeah, so that's what it was, just so hard because we were like stuck trying to like plan selling our house and all of that stuff, but we're here, it's behind us, it's fine. Next question is the location of the land, which we're not going to talk about because we just want to like keep it as private as possible. We definitely moved far from where we were before, so it's like a new place, and I don't know, I'm excited to be like in a new place and try out new things. Before we lived in more of like a city area. Cooper had nowhere to run, so like if he just moved a foot on our grass, then he was in somebody's yard. So we're excited to like let him just roam.
Yeah.
We are gonna put the camper on the land and live in that for a bit. We're gonna live with my dad once we sell our house officially. We should be closing in like the beginning of March. So hopefully, I don't know how long we'll be with him. We don't like know the whole process.
A lot of stuff is uncertain at this point. There's general ideas, but that doesn't mean anything when you're building a house. So.
Yeah, it could take 2 years.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah. What we're planning on building is a timber frame house, and we went back and forth with like so many different companies. We really want to try to do as much of it ourselves as possible. Right now we're kind of on like an Amish kick of like having them come and frame the house, and then we pretty much do everything else, which is obviously going to be a huge undertaking, but in order for us to be able to afford everything, we really need to do a lot of the work ourselves, and it would just be cool to be like, we built it.
Plus you film a lot of it, so
plus it would be great content for you guys, I think, of like just seeing the whole process, and it'd be cool for Cooper when he's like growing up and stuff.
And I always kind of wanted my hands on anything that I build, so
yeah, so that's what we plan on doing. We do have like a floor plan that we made up. It's very cute. I'll like insert a little bit of it here so you guys can kind of get like the general idea of what we're going for. It's pretty much going to be like traditional colonial on the outside, and the inside will be like all timber frame, so it'll have lots of beams and have like a little bit of vaulted ceilings. It's gonna be really pretty. So for budget, we can get into this more for like a full video, but basically we got a loan on the land, and we always heard you could only go through like a farm, like Farm Credit East. I feel like there's a couple of girls that are always like, you have to go through Farm Credit East to get oh my gosh, a land loan. So we started with them. First we started with like a normal bank, then we went to Farm Credit East.
Just a couple banks.
Yeah, and basically it wasn't making sense. The Farm Credit East, their interest rate was like 9%.
Yeah, for 10 years.
Yeah, so we found through our lawyer just like another regular bank, and our interest rate is only 5%, and it's so great. It was really easy and simple. So if you're going to be buying land, don't think you have to go through like a traditional land loan. You might be able to just get
you got to shop around too.
Just go around.
A lot of them, they want a lot of money up front, and then
oh my gosh, when we first went to our first bank, they wanted like
50%, pretty much.
Yeah, 50%, and we were just like, we will have no money if we do that. It's basically paying for it all.
And then they basically said we can't be involved really. We had to GC it all out.
Because like the first one we were gonna go through was to like get the land and the house all in one, rather than just putting the land on one. So that's what we basically went with. We decided to not do like a construction loan that has the land and house. We're just having the land as a loan, and then we'll pay for the house with cash, which we are getting from our house because we were so blessed to get our house for not that expensive, and we're able to make a really nice profit on it. So that profit is what will go into building the house.
Yes.
It took a lot of thought. Like, it took us a very long time to get to this point and to figure it out, because we were like, how are we gonna afford this? How are people doing these things? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Especially how the market changes too. You know.
Yeah.
Everything changes. The price of lumber. Yeah, it's kind of
Like when we first
acquire here. But
when we were renovating our house, everything was so cheap. We renovated our house completely for like under $20,000. Oh no. But now
2x4 is what, like $1.80 or something like that? Or,
yeah.
So I mean, and then we did stuff during COVID, and it was like $12 for a 2x4.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, right? I think that's it though for the questions that you guys asked us. If there's any others, be sure to leave them below and we can answer those, or if you want us to talk more on like the financial aspect of it and all that kind of stuff, we can go into that. But yeah, we're really excited to see how it works. Obviously we know like it's probably gonna be longer than we think, probably gonna be more expensive than we think, so we're just trying to like go into it with an open mind. I think we kind of skipped over this, but we will be putting the camper on the land and living here for as long as it takes to build it. Maybe eventually, like in the winter, go back with my dad. But for now, once we get like the water, the septic well and electric, we'll be moving on to the land. So that's like our pretty much our next step right now, is to try to get those things going. But
yeah, ground's frozen right now, so not much is going to be happening.
No.
And it's probably, I don't know, foot thick.
Yeah.
If
Which
not
is sad, because we want to just like get into it right now, but we can't really do that quite yet. But hopefully in a couple weeks we can even just start brush hogging it or something, to just
once it stops snowing,
to just do something. Yeah. I think that was it though. Are you excited?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be so fun. But thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely subscribe to follow along on this journey, and share this video with your friends and family to help support us. But we will chat with you guys in the next video.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oopsie.